Hey guys, welcome back. Today's project, we are going to be tearing apart a pair of Cole Haan. You see that in there? Now, I have absolutely zero information on these shoes. I have no idea when they were made or how much they sold for originally. If you know anything about these, now these have the Nike Air soles on them. I've looked online to see if I could find anything for these shoes, and I cannot seem to find anything. So, if you know anything about these, please let me know in the comments below as to what these shoes are. So, anyway, let's get into tearing these apart. Let's find out, are they decent or not? Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these shoelaces out of here. Fun thing to do on a Saturday morning. Saturday morning, it is 10:30 in the morning. I woke up this morning wanting to tear these shoes apart. Because I'm kind of curious, are they any good or not? Now, we are going to start off by attempting to remove the soles It's a little suspect already. I'm not even using any tools and I'm getting this thing apart. All right. Little bit of the leather stayed behind. It looked as though they stitched the footbed to the upper. The sole along with the heel is just glued on. I kind of suspected that. I did not see any stitches whatsoever going into the soles. We got a shank in here. Let's pull out the sock liner first and foremost. Probably could have done that before we did. Probably could have pulled out this sock liner before we pulled off the sole. And this sock liner goes all the way down to the toe box. So we got that. That's lovely. Yummy. So there's sock liner. It's got some foam, a couple of layers of foam in certain spots. And we've got a gel pack. Yay, is it gel? Is this actually filled with anything? Or, let's see, where did my X-Acto go? There we go. Is this actually filled with gel or is it just air? Interesting. It's actually air. It's just an air pack that they put in with the sole. We'll grab our screwdriver and pry off this shank. It looks like the shank is riveted. Yeah, they riveted the shank onto the footbed. Metal shank. Rivets holding it in. And then we can grab the footbed itself, or the back end of the footbed. And then the rest of the footbed. A lot of glue in the construction of this one. Alright, there's the rest of our footbed, along with our upper. What is this? This is paper. And it looks as though they bonded the paper to some other type of, kind of like to tear this apart a little bit. Is it a pressed material or is it? Yeah, it's more paper. It's more paper. But I was looking at some of the shoes that they're offering today, and they range anywhere, I think, from about $120 on up to about $300 a pair. Now, I don't know if they're $300 shoes. I don't know if these would have fallen in their $300 range or if they would have fallen closer into the $120. I don't know. But anyway, regardless, let's do some more cutting. We got a triple row of stitching holding the toe box on. And again, just like the other shoes, I'm trying my best not to destroy the leather here, not to cut into the leather. All I really want to do is de-stitch. You know what? Let's put a fresh razor blade in here. It appears as though the uppers are indeed calfskin, or top grain. I'm not going to say calfskin, but I will say top grain leather. But, as I just said, I cannot find anything online about these shoes, so I don't know what they're claiming, what their claim to fame was with these. I don't know how much they were selling them for. And if you know, let me know. Do you have a pair of these shoes? All right, there we go. All right, I see a stiffener in the toe box. We do have a stiffener in here. The weight of the leather feels to be about 2 to 3 ounce leather. It is leather. It is not bonded leather. It's not genuine leather. It does appear to be top grain. So next piece to come off is going to be the vamp that comes around here. Let's go ahead and de-stitch that. There we go. All right. A little bit more right here. All right, there's the vamp. Hey, look, we got spectators. Here's the vamp area. Again, like I said, triple stitched. It looks as though they stitched the underside of this. See the holes? I didn't see where they actually stitched it, and I didn't see any threads in here. Yeah, it's like they had this stitched onto here, but I don't see where they had it stitched. There's no threads or anything like that, but there's stitch holes. Unless this was being held to underneath here. Yeah, it was. They stitched this, the vamp, to the liner underneath here. All right. So, next piece is going to be our lace-up area. Again with the triple stitching. You know what? We'll take a break from that for a minute. Let's go ahead and get this tongue out of here, because it looks as though that's fairly easy to come out. Trying to hold this down so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, that's not leather. That is tearing way too easily. Way, way, way too easily to be leather. So the little filler piece that they used on here is not leather. It might actually be the same material that they used. This little filler piece right here, that's tearing way too easily. Burn it. Let's burn it. Oh yeah, that's not leather. A little bit of cushioning underneath it. Again, Made in India. India seems to get a lot of shoe business. Alright, so the tongue is out. We will... Let's go ahead and take this out. Yeah, and this liner started ripping, and that's the same material that they used on the back side of the tongue here. I mean, this feels really, really soft. If it were kid skin or goat skin, this would have held up quite a bit better, because as I said in my last video, because the last video was on Florsheims, the Florsheim loafers that I know are kid skin or goat skin, and goat skin is actually very, very durable. Now, some of y'all didn't particularly care for the shoes, and I get that. You know, it's not your style. That's cool. Not my style either. There we go. All right. So we got two pieces here, and this is a cotton fabric. Add a little bit more strength into here, which is fine. Looks like, yeah, this is like Dacron, which is almost like pillow stuffing, but a thin layer of it to give it a little bit more cushion. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. This whole liner out of here. We do have a stiffener in the heel counter. And again, trying not to destroy this leather. A lot of glue. Did I say that there was a lot of glue? Well, there's a lot of glue. I think we're de-stitching this at the same time. We are. But I don't want it to come apart quite yet. We'll leave that part with that. There's our stiffener for the heel counter. Trying not to destroy any of these parts. Because I'm going to send this over to Steve with Beto's Leather and have him put it all back together when we're done with it. No, I'm not. Steve would kill me if I sent this to him. We got a jumbled mess now. Alright, there's our heel stiffener. Let's flip this back right. Make it look like a shoe again. Alright. I think we actually de-stitched this in the process. We did. Cut that. We still have one stitch right there that's holding it in place. There we go. Alright, that's de-stitched. I think we got the other side as well, did we? No. And I know I'm not doing this in the correct order. I should have continued on with the way that I was doing it, but I didn't. Supposed to take it back apart in the same order, in the reverse order that it went together, and I know that this isn't the reverse order. There we go. So I think there's only a few things that are still holding the liner on. If we cut down this stitch line here, oh, cut into the liner. Didn't want to do that. It's because we're going in the wrong direction. Is that correct? Yes. So we'll start here. Since we're right-handed, we'll start here. Nope, it wants to just slip out of there. Go from the inside, but I don't really want to go from the inside. Maybe we can get it started. Come on. There we go. You guys still see what I'm doing here? You know, I shake almost as much as Steve does, maybe even more. Probably should have eaten before I started this. And Amy's sitting back over here behind me saying, yep, you should have. Keep telling you, you got to eat first. You don't shake as much. Almost made it around. I know it looks like we still have a big jumbled mess here, and we do, but it's actually almost completely deconstructed. And I know my last two videos were, you know, like I said, I gave you guys the websites where the Florsheim and the Bass shoes are sold, and I gave you the prices on them that they're selling them for. And the question that I had is, are they worth it? Well, these I can't say whether these are worth it or not, because I don't know what they sell for. If these are, there we go. All right. I'm not going to take our eyelets out. They did add an extra piece of leather, very, very thin leather here, to reinforce the eyelets on the back side, on the inside. The liner is 2-piece, but this is not a leather liner. You know, there's no way that would have torn if that was leather. And, I mean, it probably won't burn. You know, they probably make these shoes out of materials that resist burning in case someone catches on fire. But, you know, this material it tears way too easy. Leather would not do that. So we can finish de-stitching this now. We've almost got it. Almost done. All right. There's our heel. Slice right down the seam right there. They put a piece of material on back to stiffen it up, or to reinforce it, which kind of makes sense since the heel gets a lot of use and abuse. Shoes coming in and out. We've got another piece of tape over the stitching that holds the zigzag stitch that holds the back of the upper together. So we will cut that. We've got a reinforcing cord that goes all the way around here. And since that's de-stitched, we can just roll that up. And this appears to be nylon for additional reinforcing. And this really is, I mean, it's tough stuff. There we go. It's tough stuff. All right, what next? This piece should be, I'll take this little piece of black fabric off of here. Another piece of black fabric, reinforcing. Catch that one stitch right there. All right, now we can take the two halves apart. There we go. Our two halves are apart. And let's see, we've got, that's already been de-stitched. We'll talk about this for just a moment. They put additional reinforcing here. And that's still stitched, but we can pull it off. Glued in additional reinforcing along the side of the shoe. Right here, even more reinforcing around the lacing area, and again even more reinforcing. And then we're finally back down to bare leather there. We will de-stitch this just to make sure we're not missing anything. And I don't believe we are. Don't know that I'm going to pull the other side of this apart because it's going to be identical to this side, and we're already at roughly 45 minutes into this video, so doesn't need to be any longer. All right, so this side is exactly the same. We've got the same stiffener on the inside. We've got the same additional fiber stiffener around the lace holes, and again more of this same stiffener in here around the lace holes. So Cole Haan shoes, at least this pair, this pair, are they worth it? I don't know. I don't know what they originally sold for new. I didn't have a problem with taking these completely apart, although they probably would have shined up pretty nicely. They're still an old shoe, pretty nasty on the inside. I really need to wash my hands now. But anyway. Are they worth it? Hopefully some of you guys can tell me in the comments below what these originally sold for. Take a good look at them. It's got kind of almost a squared off, but it comes more to a point here. Again, the synthetic sole with the Nike Air. Triple construction on it. It is a Balmoral style. So you tell me, what are they and what did they sell for? Anyway, that was another destruction video. I get to go to Goodwill and buy some more shoes now. So until the next video, y'all take care, and we'll see you then. Like, comment, and subscribe.